Good morning. It is quite early. Feel like I'm at work. Good morning, everybody. I've been gone for a hot minute. And it feels good to be back and with my morning cup of coffee. Warm me up. It is quite a dreary, dreary day. Only 48 degrees outside, but I question that sunniness. I haven't been map making in a while, so I'm thinking we just get started with. Let's start from scratch today. Nothing in particular. I do have a session tomorrow in person. I'm so excited and so nervous. I don't know why I get nervous. I've been DMing for these guys for, what, 5? Not 5 years. 3 years? 4 years? Something like that. But somehow I'm just like, just a little pit of nerves, always. This is why I could never stream the sessions. I couldn't ask them to do that either. But that would be cool. Like, in theory, you know? Alright, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So my players have just descended into a Fey Realm pocket in my homebrew world. And they've been camping out in the middle of an aspen forest. So, camping out in the middle of a forest isn't always safe. So let's start by getting some trees down. Aspen trees. They don't have aspen tree assets. I would love to make my own, but that's a bit much. Yo, what's up, Joanna? How goes it? Good morning, good morning. Let's see these trees. Oh, I need to set the scale. How big is this fire pit? Let's get rid of that. Let's make this... Oh, no. Black was good. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. You got your cup of coffee? I got mine. Coffee is my life. Bonfire pit? Nah. Let's... Nope. Other way. No coffee this morning. No Dutch Bros runs. Yeah, I like that scale. Yeah, what you got planned for today? Always got these big plans for your weekends, doing things. These are massive trees in this forest. Yeah, that's what we want. Always gotta cover those corners. Oh, that's real big. Yeah. Ooh, concerts in the park? That today? That's gonna be fun. Who's playing? Alright, go ahead and lighten them, but why are you not... What are you doing, sir? You are so dark. So for the trees, we do the canopy first, lighten that shit up, and then we go in with what the players would actually be seeing on the forest floor, right? Ooh, Kid Ink. That sounds like a good time. Are you going by yourself or are you going with someone? Hmm? Who you going with? I'm so nosy. That's what we want. You don't have to say if you don't want to. It is a public chat. So, you good. You can keep your secrets. That sounds dope. That sounds like one hell of a day. Ooh, some girlfriends. Nice. I miss going to concerts with you. We only went to a couple, but I want to go to more concerts. Alright, so this is a technique thing that I'm about to do because the forest that my players are staying in is distinctly an aspen forest. So like the white bark trees that are like super skinny and like super tall and super sparse up top, kind of it's a massive forest of just these trees and underbrush. So to make these assets work, we're gonna play around with the saturation and the brightness to get them to be white instead of brown. And we can play around with contrast to make them look a little bit sharper if we wanted to. I feel like these would be more dull. But yeah, and you can even give them like a hue shift. It won't matter much, but if they got moss on them, they would be a little green tinted. We do that with the first one, so that the rest of them come out similarly. We do. I need to go more concerts. Like next time we're down, or like next time I'm planning on coming down to Sacramento, we should go. We should plan around a concert and go to a concert. But yeah, I'm really liking the forest that they're in because they made it as like a little pocket of Feywild, which is always fun to play around with in a D&D campaign because it can literally be anything. Anything. It's just magical as fuck. And they actually have realized that they have not seen anything or anyone or like large creatures or any kind of wildlife in this forest other than the occasional griffin that nests in the nearby mountainsides and a few elementals and maybe some rodents. And it's because this forest was abandoned by the inhabitants because of the darkness that they're going to slay. But the fun part is they just found a tavern in the middle of an abandoned forest. Whatever could that be? It has been a lot of fun. And now we're playing in person tomorrow. It's so dope. When are you gonna join the campaign, by the way? Huh? Put you on blast. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Mm-hmm. An abandoned forest. You don't suck. You're busy. I know you busy. We're just gonna bring these up a layer. Up a few layers, actually. Because the canopy should be on top. And we'll put the grid below. And we're actually gonna make this lighter as well. I'll do 0.5 and bring the brightness up. Because like the idea for doing the 2 layers in the forest is that your players could absolutely hop up into the trees. Has not happened to me yet, but I know it is a possibility. So I want to give them an idea of where the branches are that they can hop up to. So I'd say like this one without the leaves on it would be very easy to hop up onto and actually stable enough to hold them. Because aspen trees are typically like thinner branches. Like this one has leaves further down in the canopy, like about player level, so those branches probably aren't going to be able to hold their weight because it's a smaller tree, right? It's newer growth kind of thing. And you know, sometimes I question if I make these decisions before I make the design choices. And you know, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just explaining the logic that I have come to before I did it, or if I'm coming to the logic after I did it. But it works. It kind of works. It's a lot about what DMing is trying to explain in the moment kind of choices. Let's see, I want some ground texture. Maybe some flowers? Yeah, it's always good to talk out. That's why I really enjoy streaming. I appreciate you being here, too. Um, but I just really like having an excuse to talk it out. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's get some moss. Let's get some moss on the ground. How mossy? It doesn't get a ton of moisture. Doesn't get a ton of rain. So probably just under the trees. Would be where the moss is. We'll just throw them in anywhere I feel like. Incarnate does so well. So well. We're just gonna bring you all the way down and get rid of shadows, because you are on the floor. I'm actually gonna bring the trees down as well. Yeah, that looks good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and save and then go into the background. I think I want a lighter background. Because the canopy is just fading into the grass. I don't like that. Plus, there wouldn't be, like, dirt patches. I designed this, like, template map for another forest. Alright. So it'd be like this. And I'm just gonna block in all the color. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and adjust this then. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. I'm very much on the vibe of lo-fi for creating early in the morning. Let's bring the brightness down. Maybe a contrast up. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And we're gonna go ahead and get some grass. Some like actual grass things. Let's check the size of this. Yeah, that's not bad. We're gonna bring the saturation up. Yeah, that looks good. We're gonna bring the contrast down. Oh, play. Ooh, that looks real busy. And the canopy is still not sticking out, which is fine. I can actually play around with the filters on that one. Let's try that. Soft light, hard light. Luminosity, maybe. Oh, screen's not bad. Maybe if I just did this first. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. What if I did darken? Maybe brought it down to 7 opacity. Yeah. Because you can still see where the canopy ends, and that's really what you want, is you want that kind of vertical definition. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's save it. Yeah, it was good to jump in on a fresh one. Because I haven't been map making for a while. I've been binge playing Horizon Forbidden West. I can admit that. I was making a conscious choice and it was for me. But I finished it. It was amazing. And I hope there is a third one. I will be mad if there is not. It was so good. Okay. What else does a campground need? It needs tents and sleeping bags. Maybe a cooking pot? I don't know if my players would have a cooking pot. You know, sometimes you just gotta make choices for yourself. And that's alright. Oh, this would be a good tent. Personal size tent. Let's scale it down, so like 5 by 10. That would be about the size. And it would be fully there. Now, where would they set up their... I'm assuming... 1, 2, so I have Gus, let me describe this D&D campaign party to you. There are 2 fighting NPCs, 2 player characters, and 2, well, there's a shit ton of, like, companions and familiars, but they're taking care of those. So there's Gus, a lichen lich, that is currently guiding them through this forest, as this was his place of birth. He was born as a half-dwarf to a dwarf of Galarim, which is the ruins that my players are currently heading to defeat the darkness. And he hasn't been here in, like, eons. He doesn't have a sense of time that has passed since the last time he was here, but he hasn't been here since this era of the world. So he's literally a person who remembers the world from the past era, the ones that the ruins are from. He remembers when they weren't ruins. So he's guiding them, but he doesn't sleep. Because he's a lich in my world, and he just doesn't sleep. But then there's Thistle, a half-elven woman who would have a campsite, would probably set up close to a tree base. Probably right about here. She's a little off-put by the whole lich thing. So she's a little sketched out by him. And I think Ira, so one of the player characters, would probably also set up to the base of a tree. And then, because Ira has like some military background, so she would know, like, protect your back, you know, kind of thing. And my other player character, I don't think he would sleep in a tent. He would probably have it in case it rains, but I don't think he would normally set it up. He's got a lot of companions to keep him warm, so he just needs a sleeping bag. Do they have a sleeping bag? Lich, please. Right? He's like, I'm too old for your shenanigans. But the Lichen Lich was actually a character idea I got from, I think, like Pinterest or Instagram or Facebook. Someone posted about a Lichen Lich having a little like humanoid fungus little buddy just sitting on his shoulder, and I'm like, I want that in my campaign. So I put him in the campaign, and it's been great ever since. Because he has that little humanoid fungus buddy that's like not even 5 inches tall, right? And he's like fully humanoid, anamorph kind of thing. And he has a face and everything, he just can't talk. But, so he can, like, hop down from the Lich's shoulder, and he'll, like, run off, and then to get back up, the Lich doesn't have to pick him up. This creature will, like, suction cup the mycelium of the fungi, so the fungus that he's made out of can move and kind of suction cup to the Lich, and he literally just walks up. Yeah. Hop down and beat an ass. Yeah, you will. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to just play around with describing these things to my players. It's one of my favorite things. It's just coming up with things to say, make them say like, oh, that's so cute, or like, that's really cool. Like, that's, especially with my knowledge of like the way that like fungus works, or the way that like animals work. I just think of these things and I integrate them, and it's just so much fun. Let's see, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a sleeping bag. I completely got off on a tangent and forgot what I was doing. This would be close enough. A mat sleeping bag. Yeah, that's about sized, right? So he would probably set up closer to the fire, but still under canopy. Like, probably right there, and this would have no shadow. Right? I forgot too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So that's the 4 main players taken care of. Because Gus would probably just prop himself up against this tree and go into like a meditative state. So he wouldn't have anything. He doesn't carry anything, doesn't have like a backpack. Ooh, backpacks. Backpack, backpack. I hate myself. My players would definitely have backpacks with their sleeping gear. Because they carry a lot of shit. And I love how D&D, like 5e, specifically, is like video game logic for the backpack. For the most part, like you can carry so much stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to, you know? So we're gonna put this backpack for Ira and just put it under the tent, but peeking out, you know? Oh, Ira would also have a bedroll. So we can put that in there too. We'll just bring that up one, make sure the backpack is not under the bedroll. Maybe just prop it up against there. Yeah, that's good. And then Klaus would have a bigger bedroll. That is massive. That's not how big I want it. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Sized together. And he would probably keep it right here. Maybe this would be under the bedroll. The bedroll would be on top of it. He probably would partially use it as a extra pillow, you know? Yeah, that looks good. And then Thistle would also have a backpack, but not a bedroll. I'm making that a character choice. She is very in tune with nature. She's like almost a druid. She just doesn't have druidic powers. But she has the mentality of a druid. Like, nature is a part of us. We have to take care of it. We have to respect it, kind of thing. That's why she's with the party, actually. Is she was investigating the blood wolves that were attacking the town, the same as the party was. And that's what led them to the Lich and led them to this forest. But she's investigating it on behalf of the town council. Because her family is a part of the town council. And her parents did not send her on this mission. It's a prove herself mission. So little insider information there. And actually, with the character that we wrote together, Joanna, Thistle was gonna be your best friend. And she still could be. Shamira's just elsewhere in the world, you know? But Thistle was your best friend, and you knew her growing up because, your family is actively involved with the council and is kind of a leadership family in the town. But yeah, so she wouldn't have a sleeping bag. Klaus wouldn't have his tent out unless it's raining, and there's no rain forecasted for the next, like, week. That sounds really weird. But yes, blood wolves are the plague. It's basically, so, like, a dire wolf, which is just, like, a larger wolf with, like, some modifications. Right? I'm glad you liked her. I made her. But yeah, the idea was that you were gonna join the party with her and kind of travel through this with them. But we can easily write you in elsewhere or even now, but you got shit to do. You do in your life. Ugh. And I forgot I had donuts. Okay. I satisfied my donut craving at the moment. So, what next? We got the camping gear set. Oh. This'll needs a backpack. So we'll go ahead and plop that right there. And make sure to bring that tent above. You heard the bag open? Good. Good. You should get donuts today. This is your sign. Treat yourself. I wish I had a pile of just like donut holes. Just to like it's the reason you like popcorn chicken, you know, you just pop them in your mouth. It's just so satisfying. Oh, that could be taken dirty. Oops. It's alright. So they would have a campfire at night, right? So they're so poppable. Yeah, they are. So they would not be able to see super far out. I did like that I had like the corners and the outside edges kind of darkened out, because they shouldn't be able to see the grass as green out there, right? So I'm looking for maybe this. We'll start with this at 0.5. And we're gonna go ahead and just shade it in. This is the fun part, the painting part. Alright, so first layer in, I'm actually gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna go in one more time. Darken up that outside and get a little gradient, you know? I like that. I think what I'm gonna do is just keep doing that with bigger and bigger strokes until I get to like, I want to save this probably 10 by 10 foot cube of nothing. So let's actually start there. And I'm just gonna go over everything because it's gonna darken it up evenly that way. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more darkness to this side because of this massive tree. So that would be darker, and then a little bit more darkness to this side. Excuse me. Yeah, that looks good. And then I'm gonna take that grass and bring the opacity down to 2.5. And just plop that over, and I want to see how this looks. A little bit better. Maybe do the same with my other grass texture. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and apply one more. And that gives me the shadows that I really wanted. I might go back in with a 2.5 and do a little bit on the outside, you know. Because I'm also going to be bringing the light down on the virtual tabletop that we use. So it's all going to look some shade of dark, but I wanted to make sure that the light, I'm actually going to put in one of the light assets. Here we go, it'd be an orange light. Yeah. Let's just bring that up in size. I'm going to say right there. I'm going to bring it down to probably about 7.5. I like quarters for opacity. I'm not sure why, but I do. And I'm going to go ahead and save this. Too many good maps have been lost from not saving. Oh, no worries, honey. You're fine. I appreciate you hanging up. Or hanging out. But you're good. You're good. I'm just over here thinking. So I think... yeah, I definitely want the lights above the darkness. And above everything else. And I'm gonna go back to this filter and bring it above everything but the summer trees. And actually, the light should be below the trees. There we go. I think that's a pretty good campground map. Simple. Yeah, loving the lighting. Oh, thank you. I'm a fan. Oh. Johnny! Good morning! How's it going? We out here making maps today. Map building's going well. I started from scratch, and I'm feeling good about it. It's a simple little campground map for my session tomorrow. Oh, wait, thank you. Thank you. I'm a fan. I think I'm pretty much done with this one, though. I can go into a ton more detail in the grass, but with the darkness, I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. Although I am probably gonna bring that back up to 5 opacity there. Maybe, let's check out this light. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Oh, no. There we go. The opacity needed to be changed. I think I'm calling this one done. Looks spoopy? Good. The reason you have a battle map is because there's going to be a battle. It should look spoopy if it's in the middle of the night. I just gotta figure out what I wanna send at them in the middle of the night. They haven't been putting up guard shifts. They've just been letting the Lichen Lich that they're traveling with stay up all night. And so I'm kind of like, he's gonna fail one of his perception checks, right? They just wake up with a wolf just gnawing on their leg. Let's see. Do we want to do another forest map? Nah, let's go into this tavern. This tavern we were working on last time I streamed. We got pretty far. Giant spider centipedes. I should absolutely send that at them. Thank you, Johnny. I will let them know you were responsible for their TPK. But they made it to what this tavern is based on. Or what inspired this tavern, maybe? They made it to the tavern. The tavern is in the middle of an abandoned forest, you know, because that's never suspicious. But they deserve it. I mean, maybe they have done some questionable things. Let's see. Let's go ahead and build out the main room area. We need some tables. We need some chairs. Let's see. I love that they have, like, actual Fae assets. But, like, just tree stump tables? I don't know if that's the vibe I want here. Like, we got tree walls. Woven tree branch walls. I don't know if the tables need to be trees as well. But then, I mean, there's dead tree and then assumed living tree. That's not gonna go well. Ooh, a tavern that the building itself is alive. That would be interesting. That would be a borderline mimic, honestly. A tavern mimic? Does the guy who owns this tavern own it as a pet and not a business? This is why my players are scared of me. I see it now. I do. But you know, we're rolling with it. Yeah, I'm gonna say, because this tavern's run by an archfey, right? So he has, like, a lot of magical powers, Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm really glad Xavier is at work right now so that I can talk about this. So what if I could make the inside resemble a mouth. That would be like, ooh, what if the tavern walls, so it's a tree, right? That's the way the tavern walls look, is their tree branches. So what if like another version of this map, like you piss him off, you piss off the owner, and so the tavern flips and becomes like all tree everywhere and starts to grow like snapdragon flowers that can like make a move to swallow you whole, like a Venus flytrap almost. That would be dope. That would be very interesting. And what if, so the idea for this tavern keeper is that he was exiled. I'm not sure why yet, but he was exiled for something, and he was exiled to this tavern, right? This pocket dimension tavern that he affectionately named the Way Station. And he started to distribute brass keys that could open a dimensional portal to the tavern itself throughout the different demi-planes and planes of the D&D multiverse, right? My players just happened to find one of the physical locations that this tavern exists. Yeah, just like those plants. It's just, that would be fantastic. I don't think my players will make him mad. They understand he is an archfey. They understand that he is powerful and not one to be pissed off. That's why they've met with him, because he threatened them. Threatened them with a good time. But yeah, there's a lot of... So I built out this tavern idea with a lot of trickery and illusion in mind, because it is... Johnny, you'd ruin everything for them. You might. But, I mean... Xavier's character can be quite hot-headed as well, so he might ruin everything for them. But yeah, there's a lot of ideas behind this tavern, and I'm just like, hopefully none of them come to fruition, because it's all like, what if they piss them off? So let's get some tables in here. And keeping scale in mind, they'd probably be about, 5 feet across. Yeah. And then have chairs around them. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and just do 1, 2, 3. Then maybe some long tables. Yeah, let's get some long tables in here. Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna feed them like someone's child. That's like a test. Oh, that'd be so cruel. But that would be something an archfey would do. That's the terrifying part, honestly. So let's actually, I want a table right here. And I want a table / bar standing area right here. And that leaves room to get into that. That leaves room to get into that. And this way you can go, you can stay right there. You'll move there. And we'll put you, well, hey, look at that. I did it. Go ahead and put you right here. Do I just want to do long tables? I think I might. These circles just ain't doing it for me. I don't know why. What if I moved the bar back? I'm gonna try that. Walls. Not what I want. Weird. Deck room, floor details. I went right past the bar. What is wrong with me? Let me just move it back like this. They do seem a tad off. Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. That makes me feel a lot better. What if I did that? And then we'll just get rid of those. It's not a circle table tavern, I guess. It's just not built that way. So with that, I kind of want to redo this floor. I don't know why this tavern is giving me so many problems. I think I'm just overthinking it. That is a very good chance. You know what? Alright. We're gonna step back. We're gonna step off of this. We're literally... Oh. I almost didn't save. Oh no. We're gonna step back. I'm gonna create a whole new map. It's gonna be of the outside of this tavern. So I'm gonna do a regional map. And this is gonna actually be for my campaign tomorrow. I have to do the recap of last week's session. And I like to have an image for them. So I'm starting from scratch. Let's see, this tavern, how did I describe it in the moment? Oh no. There's grass. Ooh, a well inside the tavern? That would be interesting. Am I going back to the tavern map now? Or am I just making a whole new tavern? I like this idea. I'm gonna make a whole new tavern. What's up? You got ideas at Johnny, man. You're inspiring me. How's work going, Xavier? I hope it's not too crazy. Alright, Johnny, the man with the plan. Would you like a stone well or a wooden well? We'll let you make this decision. This will get us started. Oh, that's good. You're not open yet. Maybe I'll come early and get a drink. Maybe I'll walk to pick you up. That's what'll happen. Stone? Stone well. Alright. I saw your message, that's why I want to get a drink. The blurberry is back. And if I walk, I can actually be drunk. I'm gonna be drunk at like 3 in the afternoon. Oh, everybody's here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I don't know, Johnny. Does it count? I count it, because it's like, I'm still going to grab him and bring him home. He's just gonna be directing me, right? He's gonna pick me up after his work shift. Yep. I got gams for days. I got this piggyback ride. Let's go. Okay. So I'm trying to gather stone well selections, because this is going to be very important. Is what well asset we use, because that's going to decide the like decoration and design of everything else in the tavern. So let's see. What else can we make into a well? Doesn't even have to be a designated well asset. What looks like what we want? Ooh, this could be cool. Or something like that. And then just have, make this real small. Drunk walking buddies are absolutely more fun. As long as they don't fall into bushes. I've been there on both ends of that spectrum, and it's just not fun for anybody. It is a good laugh, though. I will admit that. So what if we did something like this? Yeah, but when that happened, you were drunk too, so you went down real easy. Let's see. Deposits. One day I will build out a full castle on stream. It might take me like literally all day. But I want a full castle map. Okay, I think I got all the selections for ya. So what are we thinking? $23. Yep, that is now 23, and this is gonna be 45. Which one, guys? Which one as a well? It might have to be a 24-hour stream to do like an in-depth castle map, because like you got building out the entire castle, and then you got the different like first level, second level, third level, maybe basement floor, maybe even like a catacomb kind of map as well that runs under the castle. Like there's 5 or 6 different maps, because you also want to map out the top of it, right? For battlements, if you're doing like a siege game. There's a lot to think about. Alright, we got a vote for 45. We have... Right? Okay. Bye, Xavier. I hope it doesn't get crazy. 23. Alright, alright. Let's go ahead and do 23. This is a Johnny's idea. We'll follow his lead. 23 it is. Alright. Time to set the scale. Gotta figure out how big this tavern is. How big do we want the well to be? Is it like huck a child or huck like a dire wolf down it? Because if we want it to be like a portal, it only has to be big enough for like a person to go through, so that could be big enough. But as a focal point, we could do a lot bigger. Oh, we could do it like, if you've seen Gravity Falls. Like the pit, like the never-ending pit that just spits you back out at the top. That's what we'll do. And people just jump down it for fun once you're drunk enough. It's like riding a bull. Oh, bye, Joanna. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a good day. Oh, it's so bright. What are we gonna name your tavern, Johnny? This is the hardest part. Digging the catacombs, though. Thanks. It's the pit. Yeah, naming taverns is the hardest thing. The Bottomless Tavern, maybe? Like, why are people interested in this well in the middle of this tavern? Dragon Scale? Stonehaven? Ooh. So what if this is the Dragon Scale Tavern? A tavern that has a fighting pit and hosts regular games, tournaments of such to defeat the draconic beings that live in the catacombs under the tavern. No one knows where the draconic beings come from, and for some reason, despite efforts to eradicate them, they keep coming back in numbers. You can make good coin, not only from the fight itself, but from the spoils of a dragon carcass. Alright, we like it. Dragon Scale Tavern it is. I typed it is. Oh, so special. Alright, so we're saying warriors come here from all walks of life, so the hole should probably be, I would say, 10 feet wide, because the idea is you don't want the dragons to be able to come up from the hole, but you want people to be able to go down. A secret draconic. Absolutely. That is the barkeep. And no one actually knows if he's retired or not. So let's go ahead and size our pit. So that's about 15 feet across. A small dragon could probably get through that. There's absolutely no reason why it wouldn't be enchanted, though. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. So we'll do a 15-foot well. And we're gonna go ahead... we're gonna go ahead and look for, ritual circles. So I know they have them as an asset. I think it's under the wizard pack. Here we go. Oh, so many. So let's go ahead and do this one. Well, let's see if we can get it small enough. Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely a Johnny. Let's do a color burn. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll bring the saturation down. And do Actually, let's see about this. Yeah. We'll bring the brightness down. Faint ritual circle marks on the top of it denote that things have tried to climb up out of this well before. And then we're thinking we need some way to get up, assuming, I would say this well would probably stand at least 5 feet above floor level, right? It's not going to be built into the floor, so there would have to be some sort of platform for the contestants, right? So let's go ahead and do... Let's see how this looks. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and leave this table as the floorboards that surround this well to reinforce it. Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead and go like yeah, 5 out. Thanks, Johnny. I'm glad you're liking it. It's coming together. I'm excited to see how it turns out. We'll go ahead and center you. And then we're gonna need staircase to get up there. Ooh, maybe a curved one. That would be cool. Ooh, what if we went like... like that. And then had... oh, actually... oh my god, let's go ahead and build out the height of this a little bit more with another stair attached to here. And thankfully their assets merge together fairly well. Alright, Johnny. No worries. Because that'll allow me to play around with the shadows. Oh, that's why. It's not an object. I swear I know what I'm doing most of the time. Yeah, I like that. We'll do pretty much the same thing, except we're going to invert this, so 6.6 positive. And then just pop it on myself. And then we're gonna fix this chateau. I'm at 14.9. There we go. Now we're going to bring all of this up, and I'm actually going to go ahead and group that and bring it up to there. And we're going to save. Always going to save. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and group all of these together as the well itself. Dragon's Well. Okay. Oh. Okay. I have an idea, and I'm going to execute said idea. So it can be wooden on top, but this well would have been built out and stabilized. So I need these stones. Where's the dwarven assets? Here we go. It would have been built out and reinforced. Alright, go ahead and just pop you into 90. Yeah, that looks good. So my idea is, what if in these reinforcements they built in fire pits, right? Nothing fancy, nothing super extravagant, but almost like enough fire pits to heat up the well, so as the contestants jump down, they have to jump through the heat of a dragon's fire, right? I can even do it in this metal base. And what if we brought it like that? I want it to be thinner. That would be height. Yeah, like that. And that's also a way of heating the inside of this tavern. Oh. Oh, Johnny. You're so sweet. Thanks for doing that. Oh, yeah. There wouldn't be a fight, would there? Not near the wood. Welcome back! So I added some things. The idea is that the contestants have to jump through the heat of a dragon's breath to get into the arena. And that's so they built fireplaces in the reinforcements that they built for it. And it also helps heat the tavern. Multifunctional. Thanks, Johnny. And now it's time to build out the rest of it. Oh. Those are layered correctly. Yeah, that looks good. Thoughts on square stools? That'd be interesting. It can definitely be like an aesthetic. The thing is, like, building out a bunch of tavern maps, it's the things that make the tavern unique. And this having like a well and then having square stools will be really, it'll kind of put people on edge, right? It's like, what the fuck? Square stools? I like it. Yes, absolutely. So this is gonna be layered up. I have no idea why the grid was on top of it. Okay, so that's sized. They seem a little off, right? It's like, you almost want to say something, but everybody kind of thinks it's normal and acts like it's normal, so you're like, I mean, I guess it's normal? But there's always just this unease. Almost settles in the tavern like a fog. Needless to say, if these people didn't have fighting pit turnings every weekend, they probably wouldn't be doing good in business. Okay. So now it is time to put in the walls of the tavern. So let's see. Quarterfoil could be cool. Something stone-based. Ooh. Are those spikes on the wall? That kind of looks nice. Maybe with this facing in. Yeah, let's do that. Mm-hmm. And people just say it's from the dragon breath. The dragon breath that comes up from the catacombs underneath, it seeps through the tavern floor and just hangs low. And then I just do a variety of the different assets that they have. I try to match them up as best I can. But you know, it's not super important. a magma place. That's what it is. So these Draconic beasts come from magma pits that exist throughout this mildly volcanic area of this tavern. And they've actually drilled down into these pits and these pockets of magma and have pipes that run the magma from the catacombs itself to the fireplaces above here. Hell yeah. And that's the strange thing, is these draconic beings, though varied in shape and size and form, all of them seem to emerge and come from only the magma. So let's do a wall fairly close to here. There shouldn't be like a ton of traffic behind the pit. It's like, it's well regulated for, you know, safety things and, you know, you can't just have strangers jumping in and fighting dragons. So probably about a 15-foot space. We'll put you starting right there. Which means the tavern bar would probably be on this side. Which means the kitchen would also have to be on this side. So this is probably gonna go back to there. I'll go ahead and cut it off right about there. Yeah, the seal could prevent unwanted entry and exit. That's definitely some concerns here. That would definitely be possible. Nah, it would be probable. Alright. So, onto the bar with our loose tavern walls sculpted in. So let's see, let's get some bars going. So there's a very specific way I like to do bars in this software. So I like to have, for continuity's sake, about a 5-foot bar. And then I actually put I put a secondary bar under it, because when I worked at an actual bar, we always had like the bar that people drank on and where their glasses stood, and then we had our bar back, which is just a lower shelf where we make the drinks, maybe pour the drinks, where we can keep like the sink and stuff. So I just think that's kind of, it gives a bit more realism in my mind, and I think it looks nicer. So I just go ahead and do as such. and just make sure the layering and shadows are all kind of matching. And then from there, I'll take the top layer and give it a little bit of shadow. Just to indicate that there is depth. Right, there's depth behind this, and you can even put it down here, but I like to give the depth to my side, the barkeep's side. Sorry, I'm in a bartending mindset. And that's my bar. And I can even go in with like broader strokes and kind of blend it, which I think I might do like this. Go and do that, go none, and then bring my width across. But I like to do it on top, so you can still kind of see the breaks in the wood, because it wouldn't be a single solid piece, you know, in an actual bar. It would be split up, but this kind of softens those edges. And you can do the same thing with this one. And both of these have the shadow turned off, because there's already shadow. I could even go with a screen for this one. I'm just gonna group it. And there's the bar. So this is a pretty decent sized bar. So we're gonna put it to the back. Maybe save a little bit of room for the barkeep to get by. And this also tells me that the kitchen is going to be going on this side. So I can go ahead and put in my walls. And there's the kitchen. It's a small kitchen, but people usually don't come here to eat. It's get drunk enough to fight a dragon. And with that, I think it might be time to add the bar and the kegs. Let's see what we got uploaded. We got some... Very nice. Okay, okay. Let's see. There's that one. Nice. So we can say this tavern would probably keep... Yep. Nothing but good shit. They would have large kegs. Not that one. Yeah, that one. Nope, not on vibe. It's just not on vibe. We can't. Okay. I know I have the assets. Let's go searching. Oh, wrong assets. Where did I save those? Right here? No. Are they in my downloads? Yep, they're in my downloads. I'm just a dumb noodle. Yes, there we are. Those are the ones I want. And these are all just pre-made stamps I made in another, like, map file, and then just saved and cut out in Photoshop. I find it's a lot faster. Once you do the work, you have them for, like, all your future map projects. How many maps have I made so far? Ooh. Thanks, Ajani. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I have dumb noodle moments. I can admit that. We all do. I would say I've probably made either over or near 100 maps. I've made a lot of, like, ones that I just started and then just didn't complete. So I've probably made 50 complete-ish maps. But it's all been, like, experimenting and doing drafts and figuring out all these, like, tips and tricks and stuff. And figuring out the shortcuts of the software. Whew. Whew. That took me a hot minute. I still don't know all of them. Yep. It just takes time. It takes time to learn anything new. It's just a matter of giving yourself that permission to take that time, you know? I used to be really hard on myself. If I didn't pick things up immediately, I would just move on. you know? I'm like, oh, I'm just not good at that. And I'm like, yeah, you're not good at it because you've never done it before. I mean, everybody learned somehow. Ooh, let's see, let's get a fancy liquor bookshelf. Oh, look at that. So nice, so fancy, so fancy. Let's see, what else does a bar need? A bar needs a sink. Do I have my sinks in here? I have a sink. A Fey sink. I think I need another asset. Yeah, damn it, Nappa! Oh. Alright, maybe not, goddammit, Nappa. That was kinda nice. Let's see, sink. This is... What am I doing? You know, sometimes it's just be like that. You know? Let's get some skillets in here. Yeah, that looks good to me. This might take a minute. I'm sorry. We're just doing what we feel today. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna have my party do in tomorrow's session. Cause they're sitting down with the owner of that tavern, that Archfey. And the Archfey has a quest to give them in exchange for his help. But I need to figure out, like, how detailed I want this quest to be. Because I wanna put him up against the Snapdragons, which is this plant creature. This plant creature that looks just innately like a plant, right? And then that's before it moves. And then when it, like, wants to move, it uproots itself and uses its roots as, like, centipede feet. And the flowers themselves are like snapdragon flowers that can eat a player. And so that's their main thing, is they spit acid and they swallow you whole to sit in that acid. And so that's plaguing the forest. And that's why everybody abandoned the forest. This is insider stuff, man. They don't know this yet. But I want to send them over to do that. And I'm thinking, do I want it to be like a 2-stage just burn, or a 1-stage like just burn them all kind of thing? Or do I want to tie it into the bigger lore points of the world? And I think I'm going to do the bigger lore points. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do the bigger lore points. I think it's gonna be... They're really interested in the lore that I'm building out, which is amazing. I love them for it. They're fantastic. Ooh. It could be both. I like the way you think, Johnny. Yeah, so... I think I just came up with the next map idea. Because I want to do... The way I built out this valley that they're in is it's an aspen forest grove, right? That runs a couple miles along this mountain range. And there's two large, like, obviously magical, probably like Sylvan Fae origin trees at opposite ends of this valley. And those are meant to represent the original deities of this world. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it, but there is something on my world anvil about the origin story of the Demi-Plane of Dragons that I'm building out. And everything else beyond that is just thoughts. Nothing's canon yet. But the idea is that there's a creation god, and there's a quote-unquote destruction god. So they're equal but opposite forces in the universe. And that's what the trees are meant to represent. Oh, yeah. I think that might be the way we do it. Just have them, like, work their way in. I'm thinking the tree, because I might just lead them over to one of these two trees where the snapdragons are, like, nesting, maybe. And then have them actually go into, like, a ruin that maybe is built into the tree, like a stone ruin. And that's where they get the lore dump. That's probably what's gonna happen. I like that idea. I really do. Thoughts? Yep. Let's go ahead and boom. And then I need, yes, fire pit. Yeah, I like that. That can be a chimney area. There we go. Bring the brightness down. Maybe bring the opacity down a little bit. That looks good. I'm liking the way this is coming along. This is gonna look real dope. Ooh. That definitely tracks with the Wonderland vibes, is having a snapdragon flower actually look like a dragon's face, like built out of petals. Oh, that'd be so dope. That is a great idea. Oh, this is gonna be such a good fight. I'm so glad we're doing it in person this week. Because I think we can get through the conversation and we can get through the fight. But that'll be like all we do. Ooh, yes. I like the spooky vibes. I really like the spooky vibes. Dude, you would be a great DM. Just from what you're saying. You're saying all the right things, you know? A lot of it is just being creative enough to, like, make these things up on the fly, which even I'm not at. I'm like, I get nervous if I don't have anything planned. Of course. Yeah, just making shit up. That's beautiful. That's half the battle right there. Let's get a stone pillar. Ooh, what is that face? Absolutely, that is the pillar that is in this bar. It's the god cord. This is a religious bar now. Nah. This is a cool feature, though. It's unique. It's very interesting. Nice. Okay. I like it. Oh, you finally watched Moon Knight? Oh, good, good. Yeah, we had the same experience. Spoilers for Moon Knight. But no, when they put him in the mental hospital, and I'm like, wait, what? Is he making all of this up in his head? Is this a completely different show? So that's why I thought, like, I saw how people could be mad at that kind of, but I see why they did it. Because it made the viewer feel what Steven has been feeling this whole time. Oh, 2 a.m.? Whew! I can imagine just watching that for the first time. But yeah, I think we are in his brain. I think that he fell into the water when he was shot, right? When he got shot, he fell into the water, and they made a point of showing us that. And I think the god that came in at the end has some connection to bodies of water and was able to slip in and save him in it probably a similar way that Khonshu did. They kind of slip in those points of death because you're connected to them in some way. And I think that this god, I know! It was wild! Huh. It sent me for a loop. Like, I was looking at Xavier the entire time, and he's just like, I don't know either. Because we're both going in on this blind. We haven't read any of the comics either. And I've been avoiding, like, the explaining shows on YouTube about the show. And I'm like, I just want to be surprised. I want to feel it all. But yeah, it was wild. But I do think we are in their head. They're not actually, like, I mean, we're kind of always in their head, but I think you're right. I think it's a vision or like a demi-plane. Right? He was still holding the statue. Oh. Yeah. Holy. Yep. I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what happens and what's going on. But yeah, it set me for a loop, man. Let's see, do I want that there? It makes me wonder, so like in regards to the third sarcophagus, it makes me wonder if that's like the evil side. It probably is. I'm leaning towards yes. But if that is, do they need to retrieve that side of them to leave? Or can they leave with just the two pieces, Mark and Steven? Like, can they function without that side of them? Or will whatever god that has them allow them to leave incomplete? Because if we never get to see, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so tilted. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from balance. And in the same way that Steven is ultimate good, you do need ultimate bad to balance that out. At least in my head. In this fictional world. I just really want to know what it looks like. Like, how they designed it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be calling him an it. It's a he. I swear I'm not an awful person. I know, and this episode too, I think it was, I can't remember if it was this episode, but the way that Layla was treating Steven and the way she was like kind of looking at him, it reinforces my theory that Steven is the part of Mark that she fell for. 'Cause I mean, she is falling for him. But I'm still unclear on if they were split personality before they died. I know, the chemistry between them, it was so good. So good. So well acted. I can't wait for next week's episode. Put some eggs and sausage on the stove. Some sausages. Right? Like, she was going in for it. That's the thing, is like, she was going in for the kiss and he felt awkward about it because he had this huge secret. And then he tells her and he's like, okay, now I can kiss you. Actually, we're gonna use this circular stove unit for the pot. Yeah, I think I think that dying, and I think that Khonshu coming into his life at that point did something to it, to his soul or to his brain, that split him into good, evil, and neutral. And Mark is neutral, so he's like practical, he's get shit done kind of person. He's who Khonshu needed. And then you have the really bad kind of guy who comes out for probably survival's sake. I think it's at a point where survival is priority and it's like that feral instinct kind of thing. And then you have Steven, who's literally just a cinnamon roll. Just a little nerd. But yeah, it's very interesting how they decided to approach this past episode with the mindfuck. And it seems to have gotten a few people riled up. But I liked it, because in my head, that's the way Steven feels all the time. Yeah, Mark punched Steven. Like, he was able to control the body for a second, but he didn't take over, I guess. Yep. Let's go ahead. Yeah. Is this? That's why it's weird. I'm like, why am I seeing through these? I shouldn't be able to do that. Let's see. What would be on the counter? Maybe some fish? Maybe they're prepping some fish? Well, not above the walls. Yeah, they'd be prepping some fish. The cool thing, and I think like the biggest benefit to creating like custom assets in Incarnate as opposed to like Photoshop or something, or from scratch, or even using like other people's like custom assets, which are dope. I love them. But it all is the same art style when you're using them again, which I think is a huge benefit, because that's one of the things I get most annoyed by. Oh yeah, Layla? Oh, she is such a badass with that fucking flare move. I'm like seeing her like call attention to herself. I'm like, what is your plan, woman? And she just does that, and I'm like, oh, that's your plan. Thank God you actually had a plan. I would like to create my own assets. That would be really cool. I wanna have the time to sit down and do like all these custom assets. But a lot of it is like figuring out which kind of theme I want to take it and that kind of thing. It takes a lot of time. But yeah, I would like to eventually like put out asset packs. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if I can though. Because It's like a licensing issue with Incarnate, maybe? Maybe it's not unique enough to be, like, published by me, you know? But that's future me problems. Ooh, okay. We're gonna leave the kitchen. It would be limitless. We're gonna come back to this. Yeah, because Incarnate's still putting out, like, new asset packs every kind of month or so. So it would be limitless in opportunity. I just don't think I could make money off of them. Like, that's the thing. And, like, I still do it. Honestly, I absolutely would. And I'll do it through Incarnate. Like, I can publish maps to Incarnate in their website. It's really cool that way. But, yeah, it's just finding the time to, like, sit down and make all of these, as opposed to, like, making maps like this. And let's go ahead and put some railing on this pit. It would be, we're thinking golden, extravagant, ornate, possibly elven, gold-plated door frames. That's dope. Let's see. Make this a little bit bigger. Heck yeah, we'll workshop this. And then let's go ahead and for this... Oh yes, golden. Bright, vibrant gold and silver. We just copy and paste that shit. Now that it's all lined up. Beautiful. And then we have this curled one. Interesting. Okay. Just gotta hit some nerves. Yep. Let's see if we can layer this like that. Oh, that looks good. You know, sometimes you just gotta adjust. I thought I had more working room. Oh, you just got hit with some nerves? Oh no. Let's see, let's see. I'm gonna need to go back and get some coffee real soon. That sad moment when you realize you're out of your favorite drink. You know, I have a Pepsi in the fridge. Maybe I'll just drink Pepsi. Caffeine is caffeine, right? Might be easier on my stomach, to be honest. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and line this up right about there. And then what we're gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna put that there. What kind is this? Oh! You meeting a girl for dinner? And her friends. Yeah, I see where the nerves came from. Xavier got me into it, alright? In high school, I actually didn't drink soda because I was on the soccer team. He drinks cherry. I'm a regular Pepsi kind of gal. I do apologize, but it's already super sweet for me. But yeah, I used to not drink Pepsi, and then Xavier's like, oh, I'm gonna go get a Pepsi. So I'm like, yeah, I'll have a Pepsi. And now we do that like twice a week. So, yeah. Yeah, we're a Pepsi household. I apologize for the disappointment. Oh. So you are not centered. Yeah, that's a problem. Actually, it should be this one. Yep, that's why. I wasn't far enough in. Yeah, that's good. And then we will flip you. Not that way. You know, I'm a fan of Dr. Pepper as well. I am. I actually do. I like Dr. Pepper and Sprite. Like, before I'll actively go for a Pepsi. But Xavier is definitely a Pepsi kind of guy. So he's always like, oh, I'm gonna get a Pepsi. And I'm like, alright, grab me one. It's just the easier choice, you know? Oh, do we want a statue? I do want a statue. Oh, yeah, that's the statue. Let's see, that is... Right? It's just not a gross feeling when you drink a Sprite. But like darker sodas just make me feel just ugh. I would say so. I would say Sprite is the most refreshing soda. Maybe orange soda might be there, but honestly, I'll put orange soda in Sprite. I don't give a fuck. Ah, there we go. Wait, I want you further. I've realized that I'm definitely favoring less heavy foods recently. Just because you literally feel weighed down. That's just not pleasant anymore. Unless I'm like drunk. If I'm drunk, give me the entire deep fryer. It's fine. What do you do with Sprite? It's wild. Huh. I'm intrigued. You have to tell me what you do with Sprite. I need to know. See, what kind of doorway do we want? That makes sense. I respect that. Mixing it with like a darker soda or with like a lemonade. I can see how that can be good. I feel like Sprite doesn't have like a lot of it. It just doesn't have a strong flavor. So giving it that strong flavor plus like the carbonation can be nice. That's a good idea. Mixing it with lemonade. I'm not too sure about the Dr. Pepper or root beer, but I can see it. It's probably not for me, but I get it. Yeah. It's like, what is that drink? I think it's a Shirley Temple, where it's just grenadine and Sprite. And it's just so much better than only Sprite. Let's see, what kind of doors do we have? Oh, that might be nice. That makes sense. You know, sometimes you just gotta get weird with it. I know this one time, me and Xavier had some leftover spaghetti, but we had been eating spaghetti for like 3 days, because we made a lot of spaghetti. And to make it like more interesting, we put it in a burrito and ate it as a burrito. And it wasn't bad. Like, it was a lot. A whole burrito of spaghetti was real heavy, and it was a lot. But it was good. It was a good way to kind of get out of the spaghetti rut we were in. Yeah? You like it so far? Good, good. I'm glad you like it. And yeah, we just always kind of like, how can I make this more interesting? Alright, I think it is time. I think it is time for a quick coffee break before I come back and put the floors in. Oh, you're making me hungry, Johnny. I'm gonna go get a snack. I will be right back. Alright. I am back. Snacks have been procured. coffee is refilled. Let's go. I like your idea, Johnny. Partially mudded floors, cracked tiles. This place has seen some shit. So, first things first. We're gonna go ahead and black out the background to keep our focus where we want it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some ground here. And this just allows me to further layer the backgrounds that we're doing. Because if we want to, we can do an outside background as well. But first things first, let's look at what kind of tiles we got. We got, ooh, some nice busted tiles looking like this. What kind of color would be under that? Very simple, it matches the walls. Could put some of this dark gray under it. Ooh. Could even do something like this. That's a little too broken, maybe? Huh. Or maybe we'll do this. Let's see, we're going with a gold stone kind of theme. So let's see about doing this. Let's bring the saturation up. No, saturation down. Bring the brightness down. This is heavily worn out floors. I'll go ahead and throw that on there. And just play around with the size until we get it sized right. Let's see. That's a little big. My idea is when you're working with square floors, like square floor patterns on maps, you usually want the squares to be the same as the grid that you're working with, because your players are going to assume they are anyway. Which is fair. It is a fair assumption. But it's just something that I keep in mind, and I actually get rid of the grid at the end. Ooh, and it lines up so nicely. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's give it a little offset. I don't think that's the right one. Oh, it was the right one. Look at that. Yeah, that looks better to the grid. There we go. Our base layer is in. So let's go ahead. That's done. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit more transparent now. I like to transparent the grid once I get to the effects. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the sizes and different filters that we put on this one. We're gonna apply it to the broken one and apply the broken areas where we want them. So that's the placement. So we'll go here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. And that should line those up. And then it goes 96, not 19. Boom. And now it's the same shade as everything else. And I can go in with this brush. We're just gonna go in with a 0.5. And let's map out very frequent paths. So it'd be here. Here, it'd probably be cracking near the magma places. It would absolutely be cracking over here. And then I think those would be the main paths, right? It's just through there, and then everything else would be like probably equally as cracked. It'd be a little bit more cracked towards the walls. So I can go ahead and put that in there. Boom. And like, it doesn't look super strong, but there are stuff. It's definitely gonna be more of a visible difference once we get into more layers, you know? So I'm gonna start going into those layers. A little bit bigger of a brush, still at 0.5. And we're just gonna go broadly over everything. Leaving some places. And then just wildly shaping. And then I'm gonna go through the walls again. So those should be more pronounced. Like so. And so notice there's more here. I probably want a little bit more in this area, as well as the walls, you know? Right there. There we go. And then we're thinking some dirt, some mud tracks, absolutely. So we want it to be very faint at first. Soot ground. Let's go ahead and do that at 0.25. We're gonna go ahead and start on the walking paths. looking good. And then we'll just wildly insert some dirt there. Alright, so I think the next thing, because that floor is looking good, the next thing is where would the rugs be? Because most taverns have some sort of rugs, right? I did that again. There we go. So what kind of rugs do we want? Something of a flashy design for the front, maybe? Yeah. And then what we'll go ahead and do is bring the opacity down to 0.5. And that rug looks filthy and used and thin, which is what we want, right? We want this to be a, oh shit, kind of tavern. It's seen things. He should probably be in that group. Yep. That looks good. Those are little fences, because the contestants jump in from here. They enter from the stairs. And then the valuables left in the catacombs are eventually collected, you know, along with a body, if possible. And they are put by the well as a shrine, honoring those who did not win the fight. Now what kind of valuables would be? Weapons. Trinkets. Hello, computer. Let's see. No good big weapons. Let's go ahead and have a pretty decent sized hammer. Maybe a dagger or two. Definitely have some candles, right? But I think they would probably be... And then get some smaller ones. There would probably be a few holy books lost to these catacombs. Let's see, maybe a few staffs and wands. Because entire parties would be trying to take on these catacombs, right? Not just individuals. Maybe individuals. That looks good. Couple axes. Heck yeah. Maybe a couple skulls. That might be a little morbid. Grappling hook. Yeah. Probably a few enchanted rings as well. All kept for the shrine. Nothing is sold. It's an honor thing. Less than a let's go collect the valuables. Okay, I know we have actual weapons in here. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, let's go like this. Yeah. That looks good. A flail or two. Ooh, and a mace. Yeah, that works. Going in to fight a dragon with a spiked baseball bat. Even a few bows. And can't forget the swords. I'm liking that. And the main thing is that this should be above the weapons and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and ungroup that. Yep, that's what I thought it would do. There we go. Nice. So I'm gonna take that is the well. Awesome. So we're gonna also ungroup that and not have it disappear for once. Or maybe not. I'm not that lucky. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab some assets. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, let's do that. Nope. Not what I wanted. Yeah, that should work. Let's try to transform this. Nope. That kind of works. Nope, don't like it. Maybe this is gonna have to work. Yeah, that might have to work. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see, where is this? There it is. That's not what I wanted to do, brain. Why did you tell me to do that? Nope. That should be there though. What I want to do is bring you... There we go. And then I gotta bring that above all of these weapons. Dope. Ooh. That's a good idea. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I got... Yeah. I got you one better, good sir. Just the faint glimmer of a magic circle guards the entrance to the catacombs below. There we go. Okay. I think we gotta start getting some tables into this place. The hardest part. Let's get some long tables in. Probably about that size. Yeah, fill the space. Maybe bring the hue shift. Maybe a nice redwood. Bring that brightness down. It's red tinted and you don't quite know why. Yeah, that's a good placement. Yeah. Then we'll go ahead and flip these on the side. Make it a bit smaller of a table choice. And actually, yeah. What type of aroma? That's a good question. It would definitely smell of ale. Probably some iron in the air. Maybe from the smoke that hangs low on the ground. Maybe from the blood that may be ingrained in these tables. You're not quite sure. And you smell cooking of some sorts, though you can't quite pinpoint what is cooking. It smells off in some way. Makes you kind of second guess if you really want to get the food here. Yep. Burning meat. Can't tell if it's from the catacombs or not. Just a hint of lavender. Though you can't tell if it's the bar itself or the barkeeps and barmaids that bring you your drinks. Alright. Looking good. Makes me want to change the color of the bar now. I think I'm gonna do that. Oh, of course I did. Gonna ungroup that. Because of course I did that with the summoning circle. That's my luck. Oh wow. It's already noon. I'm probably gonna wrap up in about half an hour, so let's see what else can we do. We wanna save. Always gonna save. And let's see. So this should be above that for sure. And this should also be above the carpet. Time flew by. That's for sure. But I also gotta go pick up Xavier. He's gonna be recording tonight. Maybe streaming. He likes to go back and forth. Are you streaming tonight, Johnny? Oh, I also saw in Discord. I really appreciate that. Ugh, you're the best. I appreciate the plug. Okay. So we bring the hue into the red a little bit. Bring the brightness down. You're not? Oh. Any fun plans for today? Oh, that sounds fun. I know you got that dinner planned tonight. I'm excited for you. It's gonna be nerve-wracking, but I believe in you. Nice. That's awesome. Alright, I think we need some more rugs in this place. Let's see. Get some more decorative ones here. Maybe one right in front of the stairs. Maybe one on the stairs. Whoop. Ooh. That's cool. It's good that you're both excited. I'm really happy for you. Ooh, nerd stuff. That is the best. Let's do this. And nerd stuff is an absolute must. There we go. Oh, I'm excited for you, Johnny. Are you streaming tomorrow? You gonna be on? You think? Maybe, maybe not. I want to hear all about it. Girl talk. Ooh. Oh, that's so much better. That's the best feeling right there. I mean, if you ain't gonna be on, you got your reasons. I'll support you in that. Let's get some red carpets in here. Maybe just one massive one under all the tables. Monday for sure. Absolutely. That looks good. Let's get some of those square bar stools in. That sounds like so much fun. The brewery is nice. That's like grade A first date right there. Sorry, it may not be a date, it's just a meeting. I apologize. I assume too much. But no, that's like awesome. I hope her friends aren't too like involved though, right? That's at least my take on it. Like, I get wanting to go with friends. I get that kind of safety standard from a woman's perspective and from, like, a nurse perspective. And I've been those friends before, so I get it. But when I was that friend, I sat at an entirely separate table, did my own thing. It was like spying on them. And honestly, my headcanon for that date was fantastic. But no, I hope it goes well. I'm excited for you. Let's get these stools in! Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really good. That's exciting though. I'm happy for you. And I hope everything goes well. And I'm really glad that she's just as nerdy as you are. That's very promising right there. Yeah? What kind of new things? I am intrigued. Ooh, Marvel fandom unite! Heck yeah! Let's see, I'm looking for chairs. I was watching a YouTube video about Thor's the new movie trailer for Thor. And they were talking about how Thor gets a brand new set of eyes, those really bright blue ones. And he was talking about how Thor is gonna become Rune King Thor, the most powerful Thor from the comic books. And I'm like, oh, that'd be super dope. Odin could be resurrected? And Loki? So blue. Oh my god. That's like, whew, that's artificial blue. But Odin could be resurrected. Oh. I think Loki is gonna pop up in some way, shape, or form. I think, honestly, I think the TVA and Loki might have a bigger part. And I think that the Jane Foster, who was the female Thor, isn't the one from Thor's universe, but is his counterpart in, like, maybe Sylvie's universe. Or, like, another one of the universes. That's just a wild theory, though. I don't have a ton to back it up, but that's what I think. I think that would be cool. Because the guy I was watching actually brought up that to this day, Loki has been in every Thor movie. And I'm like, yeah, he has to make an appearance. When Thanos choked Loki out, he said no resurrection this time. Maybe. It'd be interesting to get, like, maybe a different, like, multiverse Loki, because Thor seems to be, like, traveling around, right? He's in a bunch of different places at different times. So maybe he's traveling the multiverse at some point and finds a different version of Loki that's not dead. And maybe it's like a off-the-wall kind of like crocodile Loki situation, or maybe it's someone he genuinely thinks is Loki, and they can play that up. But yeah, I hope it's not just a flashback either. That'd be a little disappointing. Well, no, that'd be a lot disappointing. Tavern's coming along. This is the most tedious part, is putting in all of the chairs. Wonder if Stormbreaker can go through the Maybe. Oh, that would be interesting. There's just, like, so many ways they can take it, and I feel like it was kind of a generic trailer, right? They didn't even show the villain. Or, like, who the villain is gonna be. They didn't make a big deal about that. I just want another trailer, you know? That's what I really want. Who's the villain? Of course I want to know the villain. Come on, Johnny. Cause I don't know Marvel comics very well, so I can't even like guess. Like that's the hardest part. I need to be better. Christian Bale. Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. Gore the God Butcher. Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm down for some god slaying. Is this what I think it is? This is what I think it is. I need to start labeling stuff again. I want to bring this saturation down and brightness down. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be dope. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, up until you told me about the trailer, I didn't know they were making a new Thor. I know, God Butcher, what a title! Oh, what a title, man. And I mean, we are following a god in this movie, so I assume they're gonna butt heads, like, directly. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder how many gods this guy is, like, at what point do you become a god butcher? Like, how many gods? Let's see. Where's the thing? I lost the thing. I don't know what I'm looking for. Multiple gods. It's gotta be 100 plus. Yeah, I could see that. Because that's what always gets me, is like these titles are given to you. It's not like Star-Lord, you know? He's like, I claim this name. It is mine. Let's get there. Yeah, that looks good. I'm super excited for this Thor movie. Yeah, right? Like, he's gotta be, like, ancient in lifespan. I don't know how he's immortal. That's a whole other thing. But he's gotta be immortal of some way. And then that brings it back to, like, the Thanos problems. Like, how are you gonna defeat this guy who has the power to kill gods? Like, he can't be... Like, there's gotta be some weakness. Some Achilles heel. Ooh, maybe. That would be cool, seeing Captain Marvel. Yeah, I'm excited. As a Marvel fan, it's just like, it's an exciting year. A lot of new content. You know, I absolutely forgot what I was looking for. What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for bloodstains. I got distracted. But we got him. It did seem Captain Marvel inspired. It definitely did. And I can definitely see them bringing Captain Marvel into this. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is already there. Bloodstains and puddles for you. Gotta make sure they know. And it all came off of the weapons that they retrieved. Let's go ahead and get this grouping done. Marvel is very distracting. I still need to watch a lot of their Disney Plus shows. Like, I haven't seen WandaVision. I haven't seen Captain America and Hawkeye. I've seen Loki. I'm watching Moon Knight. But the others, I just can't find the time or motivation to sit down and watch them. It's kind of bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I started WandaVision. I did. I'm just really bad at this. It's okay though. I plan on watching them before I see the Doctor Strange movie. I need to catch up. I know I do, and I will at some point. I think that's what got me with WandaVision, because I started it, but it just, after the first episode, it didn't really make me want to come back. But I will. I know it's, especially with Wanda being in the Doctor Strange trailer, I know I need to catch up on that before I go see it. And that's the plan. Oh, walls. But worth it? Okay. As long as it's worth it. I trust you, Johnny. It's just gotta be worth it. I just need that promise. Let's see. Oh, I did the tables in here. God damn it, Nappa. This is okay. We're alright. Yeah, Falcon in Winter is, good. Sorry, not Captain America, Winter Soldier. Where is my brain? I'm a failure as a fan. But I'm okay with this. The villains are weak. That sucks. But I will watch it. I will power through. For the fandom. Oh, so many chairs. So many chairs. For all the assholes around. Oh, the baby has woken up. Pandora, my little helper. So many chairs and these square bar stools. Ugh, this is the best. Alrighty, Johnny, thanks for hanging out. It was super fun. I hope everything goes well. I will talk to you on Monday. Be safe. Make good choices. If you don't, you get to tell me about them on Monday. Okay. I'll go ahead and group that up as the tables and chairs. Good, good. It is looking very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, wow. Time really does fly. It really does. I think I'm gonna go ahead and save, and that will be the end of my stream. I appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out, and be live at some point next week, maybe. Keep an eye on my Instagram for more details about next stream.